There's no way you can add any value, honestly. What value are you going to add?
Is this a strategic priority for you guys now?
It has to work with the price.
At the end of it, we'll be judged by our targets.
How do you train your staff? It picks up your phone, sits on the counter to sell deeper, more personalized experiences in sort of standard destinations.
With the AI coming, with so much of instant knowledge in the hand of the customer, do you really what are you going to add as a value add unless and until you have been to that destination? There's no way you can add any value, honestly. What value are you going to add? As a human, I mean, the guy has to go and see what's there.
Maybe head of products or the people who are able to go do the contracting or that strategic decision to start with. So you start at the top to say, is this a strategic priority for you guys now? Where the top management, maybe one or two people go there, see the destination, they see that yes, it fits into what I can do over here, and they have that vision overall. And it's kind of starts trickling down. Where you start getting the contracting team in, you get the mice teams in, you get, eventually I think it's the sales staffs that do come in, but till you don't have the itineraries, we are still never going to be able to get each and every salesperson in. So it comes down to going virtual as well. In today's day and age, where you could do your destination trainings virtually, we have an OTT platform, so an online travel training platform as well, which we give access to. Now, there is uptake on it, but I think what we find that works better is the fact that when you're doing the actual destination training and you're allowing time for question and answers.
I agree with Zeeras because I've been in a offline fitment for as long as, to 20 years of my career. But in this setup, it's uniquely, how do we drive this? Exactly what I'm saying for the consumer. Till the time they don't see a value, or as I call it, the hook, which grabs their 7 seconds of attention, my seller works exactly the same way. So we create very small cohorts to say, you're going to Attire Dubai, you are doing 4 nights, 5 days. What am I giving you different than what maybe my competition is doing? And it could be as small as just 4 hours in the day to 8 hours, or a new introduction of the city. So when we do trainings, and we do obviously everything in a virtual format, we start with that. And it's not just the product, it has to work with the price, because then Indians won't take it without value. That's how we wrote.
I met a guy from Nillur in Ahmedabad, in Andhra Pradesh. He sells about maybe max 1,000 people a year. For him to adapt to a Russell climber, because it's his business, he knows his client and whatever, he can do these things maybe in a week's time max. I feel, because I've been in some other companies also in the past, I feel as a smart boss, I would let my team sell what is selling, because I have to achieve a huge target. And whatever creativity ki hum baat kare, at the end of it, we'll be judged by our targets.
90% of my business is still same, and it's also because there's familiarity to the product who's selling it. And obviously it will happen because you all have targets at the end of the day. But I also feel that it's very important to de-risk yourself, and you have to start small. You don't have to, I'm not saying build an itinerary for Manchester or 5 nights. Nobody's going to take it. There's no searches or no logic to how it's going to happen. But if you were to infuse a day or to say why you should be going there, I think there are people who are up for grabs for that.
The venue partner for this edition of Trav Talk Think Tank is Radisson Blu Plaza, Delhi Airport. Watch the complete conversation in the special section of travtalkindia.com.